Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to WWE News and Rumors. I'm your host, Mr. Brandon Hodge.
This video is brought to you by the WWE T-Shirt Club. If you guys want a brand new WWE shirt delivered to your door every single month, just hit the first link in the description and sign up.
Alright guys, so I am now back here in Tennessee. Obviously, I'm back here in my room. I'm back from Tampa, Florida. First off, just want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart so much for enjoying the WrestleMania vlog so much. I have not seen numbers that high in so long. Like, the day one vlog already has 15,000 views in just a few days, which is just mind-blowing. I'm glad to see that, guys. It just warms my heart, inspires me to do better. But anyway, we are back here in Tennessee in the studio, so it's time to bring back some of the series that I can't do when I'm on the road just due to time constraints or whatever. So ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be the return of the WWE News and Rumors show. So yeah, welcome back, and let's go ahead and jump in. So the first news story. So you're going to notice a difference in quality here. I'm doing this handheld on an iPhone because actually I've already filmed this entire episode. It was actually already uploaded on YouTube when this massive news just broke on the internet. So WWE just put out a tweet saying they have fired a bunch of WWE wrestlers. Now this is referred to as spring cleaning. Sometimes WWE does this every year or so. They'll do spring cleaning where they basically clean out the locker room of people they don't see them using and really have any plans for. So the biggest name on this list is Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe has been fired by the WWE. Literally in this news episode, I'm gonna have to take it out now, but literally in the first edition of this news episode, I said Samoa Joe is now medically cleared and he'll be returning to WWE any day. Well, now he's not doing that because he's been fired by the WWE. So here's the full list. Samoa Joe is gone. Billie Kay and Peyton Royce have been released, so both Iconics are now fired. We have Mickie James. I guess she was still under contract. She has been fired. Chelsea Green has been fired by the WWE, as well as Tucker. So Tucker is fired. Kalisto, Bo Dallas, and Wesley Blake. So that is the full list. I'm going to say it one more time here. We have Samoa Joe, Billie Kay, Peyton Royce, Mickie James, Chelsea Green, Tucker, Kalisto, Bo Dallas, and Wesley Blake. A list of very talented people who have, they have really good potential, and they just didn't have the room for it, really. So I imagine most of these people will show up in another promotion. I see a few of these people actually showing up in All Elite Wrestling, if not Ring of Honor or somewhere else. But yeah, this is just very shocking, especially Samoa Joe. I did not see that coming. I didn't see the Iconics coming either. I mean, it wasn't really. I mean, I could see Bo Dallas, I could see Wesley Blake, I could see, I could see Tucker and Kalisto and all that. I could see it just because they weren't using them. But some people were actively being used on TV, and now they have been fired. Now, I'm using the term fired instead of released or whatever because they try to make it sound nicer. But the fact of the matter is they've been fired by the WWE today. And I just had to insert this in the news episode. So back to the regular news episode we go. So WrestleMania 38 will be taking place actually in Dallas, Texas, or Arlington, Texas, if you want to be specific. It's going to be in AT&T Stadium. So WWE have confirmed that it will only be one night. It's a one-night thing. They will not be doing a two-night WrestleMania like they did this year. So pretty much it's not going to be like 3 hours a night or whatever like this year was. It's going to be like an 8-hour one show, but still, I don't know which one I prefer. Like I've attended both live. Like I've attended a one-night one before live and a two-night one before live. Which do I prefer? I kind of like the two-night thing. I do have to say, it's very interesting because you get to savor the moment more. You get to be like, okay, WrestleMania, sink it in, enjoy it. Then you get to go home and be like, wow, that was awesome. And then you get to go to bed and wake up and be like, hey, another WrestleMania tonight. It's just like, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, I do have to say. But anyway, WrestleMania 38 will only be one night. Arlington, Texas, AT&T Stadium, April the 3rd, 2022 is the date. And yes, I will be going. You king of vlogs, I will be going and doing another vlog for that. All right, the next news story. So Triple H himself has revealed that AJ Styles requested to have a match with him at WrestleMania 37. Don't know why he would reveal this, given he said no, but still. AJ Styles was the one who actually made the Undertaker versus AJ Styles match happen. He asked the Undertaker if he would do a match with him, and Undertaker said, I don't know. Then he kept bugging him, and he was like, fine, I'll do it. But apparently the Triple H wouldn't do the same thing. Triple H just said his schedule would not allow it. What do you mean your schedule would not? You're always backstage. So just take a break for half an hour. Sure, you got to build it up, and you got to do stuff, but still, man, you should be able to make time if you really want to do something. But Triple H basically said no to AJ Styles for this WrestleMania 37 match. That's coming directly from the source, Mr. Triple H himself. All right, the next news story is also coming from someone themselves. This one's coming from Alexa Bliss herself. So Alexa Bliss has said that she has no idea what the plans are for her character. She has no idea what the plans are given even next week. She doesn't know. She said she shows up to the arena and they tell her what to do. So basically, Alexa Bliss, and no, this isn't just Alexa Bliss, I don't want to say it like that, but basically the way they're doing WWE right now, it's like they're actors and actresses. They're given their script on what they're going to do that night. They have no input, they have no control, which is very, very weird because professional wrestlers have always had control over what they were doing. They had control over their promos, what they were going to say on screen. You know, they had at least a sliver of control, but apparently that's been all thrown out the window. Alexa Bliss said she loves showing up to the arena and just not knowing what she's doing. It's a big surprise. I mean, I guess that's kind of a cool thing, but still, it's not really how professional wrestling's always been, where you know what you're doing, you know where you're going, you're partially in control of where you're going and what you're doing. But apparently, Alexa Bliss is just given lines and told what she's doing pretty much the day she shows up. I mean, I'm sure there's some instances where she knows some stuff in advance, but for the most part, I guess it's pretty much a surprise for her. I got the next story. This is going to be the final one before we jump into some rumors. So this one is about WWE President Nick Khan. So I don't think I've ever talked about this guy. So he's the president of WWE. WWE, like, headquartered people or whoever, they have so many different titles. It's crazy. Like, Vince McMahon, I mean, really, he's the owner, but they call him the chairman of WWE. And then the president's Nick Khan, and then the chief operating officer's Triple H, or maybe they gave him a new title. I think they may have given him a promotion. I'm not sure. So it's very, very interesting. Then there's the chief financial officer, the CFO, COO. There's so many different names. It's really weird. But basically, this guy's the president, and he was asked about a return, a fans alive return to actually touring or whatever. And this Nick Khan guy basically said, WrestleMania is going to be a one-off for us. WrestleMania is going to be a one-off for fans. We are not having fans at any other shows right now. We probably won't until we go back on tour. And once we're back on tour, we're back on tour full time. And he also said they currently have a plan to go back on tour, but they don't want to release anything right now. Now, I know for a fact that the new Thunderdome thing will not end until the end of July. So unless they plan on slowly bringing people in, but I guess that's not the plan. The plan is to not have fans back until they go back on tour. So it's going to be at least August, like August 1st, before we're going to see fans again in the WWE. Which really, really sucks, because I just went to WWE shows, right? I went to WrestleMania live, and it was wonderful. And I'm itching. I'm like, get me back on the road. I want to start going. I want to start touring, going around shows, doing my vlogs, doing my thing. But now, you know, the president of WWE said WrestleMania is a one-off. We're not really having fans back probably until August. And once we're back on the road, we're back on the road full time. So, I mean, that's the good part about this. But still, I believe they should slowly allow fans to come back instead of just waiting until they go back on tour full time. I think it's kind of stupid, but I really want to go out to shows. I mean, it really irritates me. But I guess I just got to be patient here. Be patient for a year. I got my taste, and now I've got to wait for another taste, I guess. So that was actually the only confirmed news stories that I talked to you guys about today, guys. So don't you dare go anywhere, guys, because things are about to get good here. Things are about to get juicy. And I go ahead and suggest for you guys, you go ahead and get your juice boxes out. Get your juice boxes ready, because ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to talk about some juicy rumors. All right, the first rumor is about the United States Championship match at WrestleMania. So WrestleMania with the United States Champion Riddle defending his title against Sheamus. So that was a cool matchup, right? It's interesting, it's different. And to everyone's surprise, Sheamus actually beat Riddle, and Sheamus is the brand new WWE United States Champion. Apparently, the finish to that match was changed last minute. The original plan was for Riddle to retain his championship, but I guess they had Sheamus win so they could keep the feud going and keep it going into like Backlash or maybe Money in the Bank or something. I don't know, but that's why they had Sheamus win, is to kind of keep the feud alive and keep it going. The finish was changed last minute to have Sheamus win, I guess. All right, the next rumor. The next rumor is about a WWE announcer, backstage interview, whatever you want to call him. They give him so many different roles anymore. His name's Tom Phillips. So Tom Phillips was not at WrestleMania either night. It was announced on night one that Tom Phillips has been pulled from the show due to, I'm going to say safety protocols, even though that's not the proper thing. It's just the what am I trying to say here? How can I say this without getting in trouble on YouTube? The reason causing for the pandemic, that word, protocols. So yeah, that. Safety protocols, we'll just call it that. So Tom Phillips was pulled from both nights for safety protocols, reportedly. And now it's saying that Tom Phillips might be done with the WWE, and WWE might be releasing Tom Phillips. So I have no clue what's going on at this point. Is it safety protocols or is it something else? No one really knows. I mean, Charlie interviewer girl or whatever her name was, Charlie Caruso or whatever, she actually just got released by the WWE. Now she's working for ESPN or whatever, or something crazy. And it's like, what the hell is going on? Are people just leaving for other places now? I don't know if Tom Phillips really wanted to leave. He seemed happy or whatever, and I haven't heard anything bad about the guy. But I don't know. Maybe he upset someone backstage. Who really knows? But Tom Phillips may be done with the WWE, but we don't really know. All right, the next rumor is about the Fiend. So I'm really confused about the Fiend, guys. Like, the Fiend, what the hell is going on? He just has the new mask magically, so that like burned mask was just for nothing? Are they just gonna pretend like he wasn't burned alive? It looks like the Randy Orton and Fiend feud's over. But now they got this Alexa Bliss thing going on. Everyone's just confused, and everyone's just like, what in the hell is going on? We waited that long for Fiend to return to have a WrestleMania match for that. Like, what in the hell? Fiend lost. Like, sure, he got like distracted or whatever. I mean, it's interesting. It's different. It creates a buzz, I guess. But basically, the rumor here is saying that Fiend was actually supposed to win that match as of like the week before Mania. But as they started changing their minds, they changed the finish of the match, and then Fiend ended up losing. So I don't know where they're going with this. Hopefully somewhere interesting, hopefully somewhere good. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see. All right, the next rumor is about a WWE pay-per-view of the name of Money in the Bank. So Money in the Bank is one of my favorite pay-per-views. If I'm not allowed to pick one of the big four, Money in the Bank is my favorite pay-per-view. So Money in the Bank is just this wonderful concept. You know, you got this Money in the Bank briefcase, right? You got this Money in the Bank briefcase, you got it held high above the ring, and you got to climb the ladder and get it. Simple task, right? Only there's like, what, 6 other people trying to get it too. So you gotta fight those 6 other people, and whoever can get to the ladder first, grab the briefcase, now is pretty much a #1 contender for the championship, which means they can cash in this briefcase anywhere, anytime, for a shot at the championship. So that's really a cool concept and a wonderful concept, and I absolutely love it. But the question remains, when is Money in the Bank happening this year? Because for the past few years, it's been moved to May. So originally, I don't know when, I can't remember. I'm too old to remember. But basically, I remember Money in the Bank used to be in July, then they moved it to June, and now they moved it to May. Well, they've announced that Backlash is May 16th, so the question remains, are they doing 2 pay-per-views in May, or have they moved Money in the Bank? Well, the answer is they've moved Money in the Bank to June. So June will now be the new home, at least for this year, for Money in the Bank. And maybe they'll keep moving, but they're moving backwards at this point. So maybe like next year will be in July. Who really knows? But I really hate that Money in the Bank's gonna be with no crowd. I just wish they could like push it to like July, in July or something, when there may be a possibility of having a crowd. Just Money in the Bank needs a crowd. I want to go to Money in the Bank. Money in the Bank is one of my favorite pay-per-views. I've been to 2 different Money in the Banks in the past. I want to go to another one, damn it, come on. I want to go to the Money in the Bank, but I guess maybe I'll have to wait until 2022 on that one. But anyway, guys, Money in the Bank will be moved to June for this year, and Backlash is in May 16th. I'm just going to call it Backlash because they've changed the name. They're calling it WrestleMania Backlash. I'm like, why? Why are we adding another name? WrestleMania and Backlash are 2 separate pay-per-views. Don't combine the 2. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the saddest part of the entire video I do have to say. Go ahead and get your tissues out. Get your tissues ready, guys, because, ladies and gentlemen, this is the final news story. This is the final rumor. This is the final thing I'll be talking about inside of this episode of WWE News and Rumors. So this is about Becky Lynch. So Becky Lynch is a troll. She's a tease. You know, she always messes with her fans, giving clues that she's returning, and then she never shows up. So the question remains: when is Becky Lynch returning? So Becky Lynch was apparently planned to return at WrestleMania, but WWE changed their mind on it. There was a plan in place to have her return at WrestleMania. So that means Becky Lynch is medically cleared. She's ready to go. I'm pretty sure she's been medically cleared for a while. She just wanted to get like in tip-top shape to look like $1 million for her wonderful return or whatever. So Becky Lynch is ready to return. The question remains, when? I mean, it could be at Money in the Bank, because I guess Money in the Bank, right after Money in the Bank is when Asuka got the title from Becky, because Becky announced she's pregnant. So maybe Money in the Bank's an option, but that's in June if we want to wait that long. WrestleMania Backlash, I guess, is a possibility as well, but I don't know. I feel like Money in the Bank would be a better spot for that personally, but Becky Lynch is medically cleared. She did have there was a plan in place to have her return, but they backed out on it. So Who knows when? We just know Becky Lynch is ready to return very, very soon. So there you guys have. That's actually going to do it for this episode of WWE News and Rumors. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Right now on screen, I'm going to leave a link to 2 previous videos for you guys to check out, as well as a button to subscribe to this channel if you're brand new here. But thank you guys for watching this video. I am Brandon Hodge, and I will see you guys in the next video.